Excuse me.
You can't block a mandatory HOA inspection, screeched Gloria Affinity, HOA president and full-time boundary violator. She was halfway through a tantrum at the foot of my gravel driveway when my wife Sarah calmly flashed her U.S. Marshal badge. Actually, Sarah said, flipping open a manila folder. You can't trespass on federal property. And if you'd like to talk, warrants.
Gloria Froze.
Because there it was, her own name on an active federal warrant.
Strich.
I'm Elliot Grange, a quiet engineer with a love for cold brew and Norwegian crime novels. My happy place was a self-built cabin tucked in the woods of Foxglove Summit, a rustic community with an HOA run like a petty dictatorship. Gloria Affinity, their fearless leader, was the kind of woman who finds someone for emotionally aggressive wind chimes. When she started her cabin inspections, mine was first on her list.
I declined. She cited bylaws. I told her to leave.
She came back with binoculars and a digital thermometer, calling it a safety mease. Then came the emails. We're concerned about mold. Residents reported smoke.
Do you house bees?
What Gloria didn't know, Sarah wasn't just a calm bread-baking wife. She was a U.S. Marshal, and she didn't take kindly to fake authority.
Strich.
One morning, Gloria arrived waving a laminated card. I'm authorized under Section 12-4 to conduct assessments. Gloria, I said, that section's about pool chlorine levels.
She sniffed.
It's been updated. 2 days later, she returned with backup, Dennis, a nervous man, and a clipboard woman who looked ready to quit. We've had complaints about noise, hammering, and illegal construction, Gloria said.
The hammering? Fixing my deck. The noise? Norwegian folk songs. The illegal construction? A bird feeder.
Still, she photographed my cabin like it was a crime scene. We'll need to verify your composting toilet, she said. It had passed 3 inspections.
Strich.
Then she started questioning neighbors about smoke hazards. Mrs. Patterson told me later Gloria had asked about fire risks.
The risk was my coffee pot.
One night, I caught Gloria peeking through my curtains with a flashlight. Just checking for carbon monoxide leaks, she said, holding what looked like a TV remote. Gloria, it's 9:30 p.m. Emergency inspection protocols, she replied proudly.
There were none. Her final straw?
Recruiting her adult son, Trevor, to perform enhanced surveillance. The poor guy sat for hours at my fence with binoculars, mumbling about excessive bird attraction.
I had 1 bird feeder.
A week later, she came again, clipboard in one hand, bolt cutters in the other, with 4 volunteers in tow. We need immediate access for a mandatory safety inspection. Sarah met her halfway down the driveway, still in her marshal's work clothes. Do you have a warrant, ma'am?
Gloria smirked. I don't need one.
This is my jurisdiction. That's when Sarah went inside and came back with the manila folder. See, she'd quietly run Gloria's name months ago, after her first harassment stunt. Turns out, Gloria had used her HOA title to forge government documents 3 years earlier, signing fake permits and posing as a county licensing official. Sarah had already reported it to a task force. And this week, it came back with an active warrant for impersonating a government official. Sarah flipped the folder open. You represented yourself as a county official and falsified government documents. That's a felony. Gloria stammered. I was helping the community. Her volunteers stepped back like she'd started coughing plague. Dennis turned pale. The bolt cutters hit the dirt with a loud clang. This is harassment.
Gloria shouted. Sarah stayed calm. No, ma'am.
This is a citizen's arrest based on a federal warrant. You can't arrest me. I'm the HOA president. Sarah dialed her radio. That's not a real position of authority, ma'am. And federal law supersedes HOA bylaws. The sheriff arrived minutes later. Gloria screamed about constitutional violations and deep state compost toilets. Deputy Collins sighed, checked the warrant, and cuffed her right there at the bottom of my driveway. 3 years of petty tyranny, ended by her own paperwork. At the next HOA me,